A pregnant employee is bad for company image. HR will handle your termination, Marcus had said 7 years ago, refusing to acknowledge the baby was his. Today, the acquisition celebration. Marcus stood proud as VP, ready to meet the new CEO. The conference room doors opened. Sarah walked in wearing a designer power suit. His smile died. "Hello, everyone. I'm your new CEO." But she wasn't alone. 3 children in tiny business casual followed her. "I wanted my kids to see where Daddy works." Marcus's assistant dropped her tablet. His secretary gasped. The children ran to him. "Daddy!" His face went white. His wedding ring suddenly felt very heavy. His wife was in the audience. But before we dive into the full story, let me know where you're watching from and what time it is. Now, subscribe to the channel and let's get started. "Daddy, Mommy showed us your picture." Marcus Thompson heard the words but could not understand them. 3 children ran toward him across the conference room floor. 2 girls and 1 boy. They wore small business clothes. They smiled at him like they knew him. But Marcus did not know them. He stood on the 15th floor of Davidson Industries in downtown Chicago, Illinois. He wore his best navy suit. His tie was perfectly straight. Today was supposed to be the best day of his career. The company had been acquired. Marcus expected a promotion to senior vice president. He worked 7 years for this moment. Now 3 children stood in front of him, calling him Daddy. Marcus looked across the room. His wife Jennifer sat in the front row. She wore a green dress. Her face showed confusion and horror. She stared at Marcus. She stared at the children. Her mouth opened, but no words came out. "Do you know them?" Jennifer asked. Her voice was quiet and sharp. Marcus could not answer. His throat felt tight. His heart beat too fast. The woman in the black power suit walked to the front of the room. Marcus knew her face immediately. Sarah Mitchell. 7 years ago, Sarah worked in his department. They had an affair for 3 months. She became pregnant. Marcus panicked. He was married. He was building his career. A pregnant employee was a problem he needed to eliminate. Marcus used his position and his connections. He had Sarah fired. The official reason was performance issues. Sarah tried to fight back, but Marcus had power. She had nothing. She left Chicago with no money and no support. Marcus refused to answer her calls. He told her the baby was not his responsibility. For 7 years, Marcus lived his life pretending Sarah did not exist. He became vice president. He bought an expensive house in Lincoln Park. He wore expensive suits. His wife never learned about the affair. Until now. "Good afternoon, everyone," Sarah said. Her voice was calm and clear. "My name is Sarah Mitchell. I am the new Chief Executive Officer of Davidson Industries." The room filled with whispers. Marcus felt dizzy. This could not be happening. 7 years ago, I worked here, Sarah continued. "Some of you may remember me. I left under difficult circumstances, but I rebuilt my life. I started a consulting company in Seattle, Washington. That company grew. We specialize in corporate acquisitions and management restructuring. My firm led the purchase of Davidson Industries. As of today, I own controlling interest in this company." People clapped. Some looked excited. Others looked confused. Everyone looked at Sarah. "I wanted to bring my children with me today," Sarah said. She turned and gestured to the 3 children standing near Marcus. "This is Emma, Olivia, and Daniel. They are 6 years old. They are triplets. Today is special because they are meeting their father for the first time." The room went completely silent. Emma had dark curly hair and brown eyes. Olivia had straight brown hair and green eyes, like Sarah. Daniel had Marcus's exact face, the same nose, the same chin, the same eyes. Everyone in the room could see it. Marcus Thompson is their father, Sarah said. She looked directly at Marcus. He did not know there were 3 children. He thought there was only one. He never tried to find out. He never called. He never checked if I was okay. He used his position to have me fired when I was 8 months pregnant, because a pregnant, unmarried employee was bad for company image. Marcus heard gasps around the room. He saw people staring at him, his colleagues, his boss, the board members. Jennifer stood up from her seat. Her face was white. Tears ran down her cheeks. She looked at Marcus one final time. Then she walked toward the door. Her heels clicked loudly on the floor. Everyone watched her leave. "Jennifer, wait," Marcus said. His voice came out weak and broken. Jennifer did not stop. She did not turn around. The door closed behind her. Marcus tried to follow, but Sarah stepped in front of him. She was not tall, but she blocked his path completely. "Sit down, Marcus," Sarah said quietly. "This is a professional meeting." "I need to talk to my wife," Marcus said. "You need to sit down," Sarah repeated. Her voice was still calm, but it was not a suggestion. Marcus looked at the door. He looked at Sarah. He looked at the 3 children who watched him with curious faces. Daniel smiled. Emma waved. Olivia stood with her arms crossed. Marcus sat down in the nearest chair. His legs felt weak. Sarah returned to the front of the room. "Now, let us continue with the celebration. Davidson Industries has a strong future ahead. I look forward to working with all of you. There will be some organizational changes over the next few weeks. My assistant will schedule individual meetings with department heads. Thank you all for being here today." People started talking again. Some walked toward Sarah to introduce themselves. Others whispered to each other while looking at Marcus. A few people left the room quickly. Marcus sat frozen in his chair. Emma walked over to him. She stood very close. "Are you really our daddy?" Emma asked. Marcus opened his mouth, but no words came. He nodded. "Why didn't you come see us before?" Emma asked. I don't—" Marcus could not form a sentence. Daniel joined his sister. "Do you live in Chicago?" he asked. "Yes," Marcus managed to say. "Can we see your house?" Daniel asked. Maybe? I don't know," Marcus said. Olivia stayed several feet away. She watched Marcus carefully. Her face showed no expression. Sarah's assistant, a young woman with red hair, walked over. "Emma, Daniel, Olivia, please come with me. Your mother needs to speak with some people." The children followed the assistant toward a side office. Daniel waved at Marcus as he walked away. Emma smiled. Olivia did not look back. Marcus sat alone in the conference room. Most people had left. A few colleagues stood in the corner talking quietly. They glanced at Marcus, but did not approach him. Marcus pulled his phone from his pocket. He called Jennifer. The phone rang 4 times. Then it went to voicemail. "Jennifer, please, let me explain. Please call me back," Marcus said into the phone. He called again. Voicemail. He called 5 more times. Every call went to voicemail. Marcus sent a text message. "I am so sorry. Please let me talk to you. Please." No response. Marcus stood up. His legs shook. He walked toward the door. He needed to go home. He needed to find Jennifer. He needed to fix this. But as Marcus reached the door, Sarah appeared beside him. "Where are you going?" Sarah asked. "I need to go home. I need to talk to my wife," Marcus said. "Your wife left," Sarah said. "You will not fix that today." "You don't understand," Marcus said. "I understand perfectly," Sarah said. Her voice was cold now. 7 years ago, you destroyed my life to protect your image. You used your power to erase me. You refused to take responsibility for your child. Now I have the power, and you will face what you did." "Sarah, please," Marcus said. "You will meet me in my office in 30 minutes," Sarah said. "Do not leave this building." Sarah walked away. Her heels clicked on the floor, just like Jennifer's had. Marcus stood in the empty conference room. Through the windows, he could see downtown Chicago, the tall buildings, the busy streets. Everything looked the same as it had this morning. But Marcus's entire world had collapsed in 5 minutes. His phone buzzed. A text message from Jennifer's sister, Karen. "Jennifer is here. Do not contact her. Do not come here. She does not want to see you." Marcus read the message 3 times. He walked to the window and looked down at the street 15 floors below. Cars moved past. People walked on sidewalks. Life continued normally for everyone else. Marcus's phone buzzed again. This time it was Sarah. "My office. Now." Marcus turned away from the window. He walked slowly toward the elevator. His custom suit suddenly felt too tight. His expensive shoes felt too heavy. Everything he built was gone. His marriage, his reputation, his career. And 3 children he did not know called him Daddy. Marcus pressed the button for the 14th floor where Sarah's new office was located. As the elevator doors closed, Marcus saw his reflection in the metal. He looked like a stranger. "We have a lot to discuss, but first, let's finish this celebration." Sarah's office was on the 14th floor. Marcus had been in this office many times before. It used to belong to Richard Davidson, the former president. The office had dark wood furniture and large windows overlooking the city. Marcus always wanted this office. Now Sarah sat behind the desk. She owned it. She owned everything. "Sit down," Sarah said. Marcus sat in the chair across from her, the same chair where he used to sit during meetings with Richard. Now he was on the other side of everything. "Where are the children?" Marcus asked. "They are with my assistant in the children's lounge on the 12th floor," Sarah said. "The company has a daycare facility now. I had it built when I planned the acquisition." Marcus nodded. He did not know what to say. "You have questions," Sarah said. "Ask them." How did you build a company large enough to buy Davidson Industries?" Marcus asked. "Hard work," Sarah said. "When you had me fired, I was 8 months pregnant. I had $900 in my bank account. I lived in my car for 2 weeks because I could not afford rent. I gave birth to 3 babies in a hospital in Seattle. I had no insurance. The hospital bill was $42,000. I paid it off over 4 years. Marcus felt sick. "I worked 3 jobs," Sarah continued. "I cleaned office buildings at night. I waited tables during the day. I did bookkeeping on weekends. I slept 3 hours a night. The triplets stayed with a neighbor who watched 6 other children in her small apartment. I paid her what I could." "Sarah, I am not finished," Sarah said. Her voice was calm but sharp. "When the triplets were 2 years old, I started a consulting business. I had one client, a small tech company in Seattle. I helped them improve their management systems. That client referred me to another client, then another. Within 3 years, I had 15 clients. Within 5 years, my company was worth $8 million. I specialized in corporate acquisitions. I was very good at it." Marcus listened. He could not look at Sarah's face. "Last year, I learned that Davidson Industries was looking for buyers," Sarah said. "I made an offer. It was accepted. I spent 12 months planning this acquisition. I wanted this company specifically. Do you know why?" Marcus shook his head. "Because you work here," Sarah said. "I wanted you to see what I built. I wanted you to see the 3 children you abandoned. I wanted you to face what you did." "I didn't know there were 3, Marcus said quietly. "You didn't know because you never asked," Sarah said. "You never called. You never checked if I was okay. You used your power to have me fired, and then you erased me from your life. You went home to your wife and your big house and your expensive car. You became vice president. You had everything you wanted." "I'm sorry," Marcus said. "Sorry is just a word," Sarah said. "It does not mean anything without action." Marcus finally looked up at Sarah. Her face was calm, but her eyes were hard. "What do you want from me?" Marcus asked. "I want you to choose," Sarah said. She opened a folder on her desk. "You have two options. Option 1. You resign from Davidson Industries immediately. You sign a non-disclosure agreement. You leave Chicago. You never contact me or the children again. In exchange, I will not pursue legal action for wrongful termination from 7 years ago." Marcus's hands shook. "And option 2? "Option 2. You stay at Davidson Industries. You accept a demotion to junior manager. Your salary will be cut by 60%. You will pay full child support for 3 children retroactively for 7 years. You will also pay current child support every month. You will see the children every other weekend at my townhouse in River North. All visits will be supervised by me. If you miss one child support payment or fail to show up for one scheduled visit, I will revoke your access immediately and pursue legal action. You will also attend mandatory therapy twice a week and provide me with progress reports." Marcus felt like he could not breathe. That's not a choice. That's punishment." "No," Sarah said. "Punishment would be taking everything from you the way you took everything from me. This is accountability. You created 3 children. You destroyed my career. You owe a debt. I am giving you the chance to pay it." "Everyone will know," Marcus said. "Everyone in the company will know what I did." "Everyone already knows," Sarah said. "They were in that conference room. This is a consequence of your choices." Marcus put his head in his hands. "I need time to think." "You have until tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, Sarah said. "Come to my office with your decision. If you do not show up, I will assume you chose option 1, and I will have security remove your belongings." "Can I see the children before I decide?" Marcus asked. "No," Sarah said. "You do not get to see them until you decide if you will take responsibility. I will not let you confuse them." Marcus stood up. His legs felt weak. "Jennifer left me. She won't answer my calls." "That is not my problem," Sarah said. "Everything is destroyed," Marcus said. "My marriage, my career, everything." Sarah stood up and walked around the desk. She stood very close to Marcus. She was several inches shorter than him, but Marcus felt small. "7 years ago, you destroyed everything for me," Sarah said quietly. "You took my job, you took my savings, you took my dignity. I slept in my car wondering how I would feed 3 babies. I cried every night for a year. I wanted to give up, but I didn't. I survived. I built a new life. Now you have to decide if you will do the same. Will you run away again? Or will you finally take responsibility?" Marcus said nothing. 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, Sarah said. "Do not be late." Marcus walked out of the office. The hallway was empty. Most employees had gone home. It was almost 6 o'clock in the evening. Marcus took the elevator down to the parking garage. He sat in his car for 10 minutes before starting the engine. He drove to his house in Lincoln Park. The house was a large 2-story building with a front yard and a 2-car garage. Marcus and Jennifer bought it 5 years ago. Jennifer decorated every room perfectly. Jennifer's car was in the driveway. Marcus parked on the street. He walked to the front door. His hands shook as he unlocked it. "Jennifer!" Marcus called out. No answer. Marcus walked upstairs. The bedroom door was open. Jennifer stood near the bed with a suitcase. She was folding clothes and putting them inside. "Jennifer, please talk to me," Marcus said. Jennifer did not look at him. She continued packing. "I can explain," Marcus said. "Explain what?" Jennifer asked. Her voice was flat and cold. "Explain that you had 3 children I knew nothing about. Explain that you lied to me for 7 years." "It was before we—" "No, that's not true. It was during our marriage. I made a terrible mistake," Marcus said. Jennifer finally looked at him. Her eyes were red from crying. "A mistake is forgetting an anniversary. A mistake is being late to dinner. 3 children is not a mistake. 3 children is a choice." "I didn't know there were 3, Marcus said. "Did you know there was one?" Jennifer asked. Marcus hesitated. "Yes. And you never told me." "I was scared." "You were a coward," Jennifer said. She zipped the suitcase closed. "You are still a coward." "Where are you going?" Marcus asked. "To Karen's house in Evanston," Jennifer said. "Do not follow me. Do not call me. Do not contact me." "Jennifer, please. We can work through this," Marcus said. Jennifer picked up her suitcase. She walked past Marcus toward the stairs. Marcus followed her. "We had 12 years together," Marcus said. "Doesn't that mean anything?" Jennifer stopped at the front door. She turned to look at Marcus one final time. "12 years of lies," Jennifer said. "That is what it means." She walked out and closed the door behind her. Marcus stood in the empty hallway. He heard Jennifer's car start. He heard it drive away. The house was completely silent. Marcus walked back upstairs. He sat on the floor of the bedroom. He pulled out his phone. He called Jennifer. Voicemail. He called again. Voicemail. He called 5 more times. Every call went to voicemail. He sent a text message. "Please, I am so sorry. Please talk to me." No response. Marcus sat on the floor for over an hour. The sun went down. The room became dark. Marcus did not turn on the lights. His phone rang. Marcus grabbed it immediately, hoping it was Jennifer. It was Sarah. "Hello?" Marcus answered. "I forgot to tell you something," Sarah said. "What?" "If you choose option 2, the triplets do not have to call you Dad," Sarah said. "They will call you Marcus until they decide otherwise. You have to earn the title of father." "Okay," Marcus said quietly. 9 o'clock tomorrow morning," Sarah said. Then she hung up. Marcus sat in the dark, empty house. He thought about option 1. He could resign. He could leave Chicago. He could start over somewhere else. No one would know his past. But Marcus would know. He would spend the rest of his life knowing he ran away twice. He thought about option 2. Everyone would know what he did. His colleagues would whisper about him. He would lose his position and most of his salary. Jennifer would divorce him. He would pay thousands of dollars in child support, but he would see his children. He would have a chance to be their father. Marcus realized something in that dark, empty room. No matter which option he chose, the life he knew was gone forever. Marcus did not sleep. He sat on the living room couch in the dark. The clock on the wall ticked loudly. Every minute felt like an hour. At 3 o'clock in the morning, Marcus walked to the kitchen. He made coffee. He sat at the table where he and Jennifer used to eat breakfast together. Jennifer would not be eating breakfast here anymore. Marcus thought about running away. He could pack a bag. He could drive to another state. He could find a new job. He could pretend the past 7 years never happened. But Marcus knew the truth. He ran away 7 years ago. It destroyed Sarah's life. It created 3 children who grew up without a father. Running away again would not fix anything. At 7 o'clock in the morning, Marcus showered and put on a gray suit. He looked at himself in the bathroom mirror. His eyes had dark circles under them. His face looked older than it did yesterday. Marcus drove to Davidson Industries. He arrived at 8:30. The parking garage was almost empty. Most employees did not start work until 9 o'clock. Marcus took the elevator to the 14th floor. He walked to Sarah's office. The door was closed. Marcus knocked. "Come in," Sarah's voice said. Marcus opened the door. Sarah sat behind her desk. She wore a black suit. She looked like she slept well. On her desk was a folder with papers inside. "Sit down," Sarah said. Marcus sat in the same chair as yesterday. His hands were shaking. He put them in his lap so Sarah would not see. "What is your decision?" Sarah asked. Marcus took a deep breath. "I choose option 2. Sarah studied his face for several seconds. "Why?" "Because I need to take responsibility," Marcus said. "I should have done it 7 years ago. I can't run away again." "Do you understand what this means?" Sarah asked. "Your salary will be cut by 60%. You will work in a cubicle. Your former colleagues will be your superiors. Everyone in this building knows what you did. Your life will be very difficult." "I understand," Marcus said. "You will pay child support retroactively for 7 years," Sarah continued. "The amount is calculated based on your vice president's salary. It is $168,000. You will pay it in monthly installments over the next 3 years in addition to current child support." Marcus felt dizzy. $168,000. That was most of his savings. "Do you agree to these terms?" Sarah asked. "Yes," Marcus said quietly. Sarah opened the folder. She removed several documents. "This is a legal agreement. Read it carefully. If you sign it, you are bound to every term. If you break any term, you lose access to the children, and I pursue legal action." Marcus took the papers. His hands shook as he read. The document listed everything Sarah had said: demotion to junior manager, salary reduction, child support payments, supervised visitation every other weekend, mandatory therapy twice a week. At the bottom was a line for his signature. Marcus picked up the pen on Sarah's desk. He signed his name. Sarah took the document and signed her name as well. "My lawyer will file this with the court today. You are legally obligated now." "When can I see the children?" Marcus asked. "This Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning. You will come to my townhouse in River North. The address is in the agreement. Do not be late. If you are late, the visit is cancelled." "I won't be late," Marcus said. "The children will call you Marcus, not Dad," Sarah said. "You have not earned the title of father yet." Marcus nodded. The words hurt, but he knew they were true. "Your demotion is effective immediately," Sarah said. "Report to Angela Hayes on the 3rd floor. She is your new supervisor." "Angela used to report to me," Marcus said. "I know," Sarah said. "Now you report to her." Sarah stood up. Marcus understood the meeting was over. He stood and walked to the door. "Marcus," Sarah said. He turned it back. "I expected you to choose option 1, Sarah said. "I expected you to run away. You surprised me." Marcus did not know if that was a compliment or not. He left the office and took the elevator down to the 15th floor. His floor. His old office was at the end of the hallway. Marcus walked to his office. The nameplate on the door still said Marcus Thompson, Vice President. He opened the door. The office had a large desk, leather chairs, and a window overlooking Chicago. Marcus looked around the room. He spent 7 years working toward this office. Now he had to leave it. Marcus found cardboard boxes in the supply closet. He began packing his belongings. His diplomas from Northwestern University, his awards from the company, his framed photos. One photo showed Marcus shaking hands with the former CEO. Another showed Marcus at a company celebration. He looked happy in the photos. He looked successful. Marcus put everything in boxes. It took 30 minutes. Other employees began arriving for work. They walked past Marcus's office. Some looked inside and saw him packing. They whispered to each other. No one asked if Marcus needed help. No one said anything to him. Marcus carried the first box to the elevator. He pressed the button for the third floor. When the doors opened, Marcus saw a large open room filled with the cubicles. There were at least 40 cubicles arranged in rows. Angela Hayes stood near the elevator. She was 35 years old, with short black hair. She wore a blue dress and held a tablet. "Hello, Marcus," Angela said. Her voice was professional but cold. "Hello, Angela," Marcus said. "Follow me," Angela said. Marcus followed her through the rows of cubicles. Employees looked up from their computers and watched him walk past. Everyone knew who he was. Everyone knew what happened yesterday. Angela stopped at a small cubicle in the corner. It had a desk, a computer, and a chair. The walls of the cubicle were gray fabric. There was no window. There was barely enough space to move. "This is your workspace," Angela said. Marcus set the box down on the desk. "I will bring you your assignments each morning at 8:30. Angela said. "You will complete them by the end of the day. I will review your work before you leave. Do you understand?" "Yes," Marcus said. "Do you have questions?" Angela asked. "No," Marcus said. "Good. I will return in 10 minutes with your first assignment," Angela said. She walked away. Marcus sat down in the small chair. The cubicle walls blocked his view of everything except the computer screen in front of him. He could hear other employees typing and talking quietly on phones. Marcus went back upstairs 3 more times to get the rest of his boxes. Each time, people stared. No one helped. On his final trip, Marcus saw his old office. The door was open. 2 men were inside removing his nameplate from the door. Marcus returned to his cubicle. He unpacked his belongings. He put his diplomas on the small shelf above the desk. They looked out of place in the tiny space. Angela returned with a tablet. "Your first assignment is data entry. There are 800 client records that need to be transferred into the new database system. Complete as many as possible today." "Data entry?" Marcus asked. "Yes. Is there a problem?" Angela asked. "No," Marcus said. Angela handed him the tablet and walked away. Marcus looked at the screen. Rows and rows of names and numbers. This was work that entry-level employees did. Marcus used to manage 50 people. Now he was doing the most basic task in the company. Marcus began entering data: name, address, phone number, email, one after another. At noon, Marcus went to the cafeteria on the 2nd floor. He bought a sandwich and a coffee. He looked for a place to sit. The cafeteria had many tables. Most were full of employees eating lunch together. Marcus recognized several people. He used to have lunch meetings with some of them. Marcus walked toward an empty table in the corner. As he walked, he heard whispers. "That's him. I heard he had 3 kids he never told anyone about. He got that woman fired when she was pregnant. I can't believe he still works here." Marcus sat down alone at the empty table. He ate his sandwich quickly. He did not taste it. He kept his eyes on his food and did not look at anyone. After lunch, Marcus returned to his cubicle. He continued entering data until 6 o'clock in the evening. His back hurt from sitting. His eyes hurt from staring at the computer screen. Angela came to review his work. She checked the entries Marcus completed. "This is acceptable," she said. "You may leave." Marcus drove home to the empty house in Lincoln Park. Jennifer's clothes were gone from the closet. Her toiletries were gone from the bathroom. The house felt too big and too quiet. Marcus heated a frozen dinner in the microwave. He ate standing in the kitchen. His phone buzzed. A text message from a number he did not recognize. "This is Sarah. First visit with the children is this Saturday at 10 a.m. My address is 452 West Erie Street in River North, apartment 12B. Do not be late." Marcus saved the number in his phone. He typed a response. "I will be there." Marcus looked at the calendar on his phone. Today was Wednesday. Saturday was 3 days away. 3 days until he met his children again. Marcus sat on the couch. He turned on the television but did not watch it. He thought about Emma's curly hair. He thought about Daniel's face that looked exactly like his own. He thought about Olivia's distrustful eyes. They were his children, but they did not know him. They would call him Marcus, not Dad. Marcus had to earn the right to be their father. His phone buzzed again. This time it was an email from Jennifer's lawyer. The subject line said, "Divorce Proceedings." Marcus opened the email. Jennifer had filed for divorce. She wanted the house, the car, and 70% of their savings. Marcus closed his phone. He deserved all of it. Marcus stared at the divorce email for a long time. Then he closed his phone and threw it on the couch. He would deal with Jennifer's lawyer later. Right now, he needed to prepare for Saturday. Thursday and Friday passed slowly. Marcus went to work. He sat in his cubicle. He entered data into the computer. He ate lunch alone. He went home to the empty house. On Friday night, Marcus could not sleep. He lay in bed thinking about what to say to the children. What did 6-year-old children talk about? What did they like? Marcus realized he knew nothing about being a father. Saturday morning, Marcus woke at 6 o'clock even though the visit was not until 10. He was too nervous to sleep. He showered and put on casual clothes, jeans and a button-down shirt. He did not want to look too formal. He did not want to scare the children. At 8 o'clock, Marcus drove to a toy store in Lincoln Park. The store was large and bright. Colorful toys filled every shelf. Music played from speakers. Several families walked through the aisles with shopping carts. Marcus stood in the entrance, feeling lost. He did not know where to start. A young employee with a name tag that said Jessica walked over. "Can I help you find something?" "I need gifts for 3 6-year-old children," Marcus said. "2 girls and 1 boy." "What do they like?" Jessica asked. "I don't know," Marcus admitted. Jessica looked at him with confusion. "You don't know what your kids like?" It's complicated," Marcus said. Jessica nodded slowly. "Okay. Well, most 6-year-old girls like dolls, art supplies, or books. Most 6-year-old boys like action figures, cars, or sports equipment." Marcus walked through the store. He picked up a doll with blonde hair and a pink dress. It cost $29. He picked up an art set with markers, crayons, and colored pencils. It cost $35. He picked up a toy race car that made sounds when you pressed a button. It cost $19. Marcus paid for the gifts and asked the cashier to wrap them. He wanted them to look nice. At 9:30, Marcus drove to River North. Sarah's townhouse was on West Erie Street. It was a tall brick building with black iron railings. Marcus parked on the street. He sat in his car holding the 3 wrapped gifts. His hands were shaking. At exactly 10 o'clock, Marcus walked to the building entrance. He pressed the button for apartment 12B. "Yes?" Sarah's voice came through the speaker. "It's Marcus," he said. The door buzzed. Marcus walked inside. The lobby had white walls and modern furniture. Marcus took the elevator to the 12th floor. He found apartment 12B and knocked on the door. Sarah opened it. She wore jeans and a gray sweater. Her hair was down. She looked different than she did at the office. She looked younger. "You're on time," Sarah said. "I said I would be," Marcus replied. "We are not meeting in my apartment," Sarah said. "We will meet in the building's common room on the 10th floor. The children are already there." "Why can't we meet in your apartment?" Marcus asked. "Because that is my home," Sarah said. "You have not earned access to my home yet." Marcus felt the words like a punch, but he said nothing. He followed Sarah to the elevator. They rode down to the 10th floor. Sarah led Marcus to a large room with couches, tables, and a television. Windows along one wall showed the Chicago skyline. Emma, Olivia, and Daniel sat on a couch. Emma wore a yellow dress. Olivia wore jeans and a purple shirt. Daniel wore a basketball jersey and shorts. When Emma saw Marcus, she smiled. Daniel waved. Olivia looked at him and then looked away. "Hi," Marcus said. His voice came out too quiet. "Hi, Marcus," Emma said. Daniel said nothing but kept staring at Marcus. Olivia picked up a book from the table and started reading. "Sit down," Sarah said to Marcus. She pointed to a chair across from the couch. Marcus sat down. He placed the 3 wrapped gifts on the table. "I brought you something." Emma's eyes got big. "Presents?" "Yes," Marcus said. "This one is for Emma." He handed her the package with the doll. "This one is for Olivia." He handed her the package with the art set. "And this one is for Daniel." He handed him the package with the toy car. Emma opened her gift immediately. She pulled out the doll and smiled. "She's pretty. Thank you, Marcus." Daniel tore the wrapping paper off quickly. He pressed the button on the car, and it made a racing sound. "Cool," he said. Olivia opened her gift slowly. She looked at the art set. She did not smile. She did not say anything. She just placed it on the couch next to her and went back to reading her book. Marcus felt his stomach drop. Sarah sat in a chair on the other side of the room. She watched everything but said nothing. "So," Marcus said, "how do you like Chicago?" "It's okay," Emma said. "We moved here 2 months ago. We used to live in Seattle." "Do you like your school?" Marcus asked. "Yes," Emma said. "My teacher is nice. Her name is Mrs. Patterson." "What grade are you in?" "First grade," Emma said. Marcus looked at Daniel. "Do you like school too?" "It's okay," Daniel said. He was still playing with the toy car. "I like gym class. We play basketball." "I used to play basketball when I was young," Marcus said. "Were you good?" Daniel asked. "Not really," Marcus admitted. Daniel went back to playing with his car. Marcus looked at Olivia. She was still reading her book. She had not looked at him once since he gave her the gift. "What are you reading, Olivia?" Marcus asked. Olivia did not answer. "Olivia, Marcus asked you a question," Sarah said from across the room. "A book about animals," Olivia said quietly. She did not look up. Marcus did not know what else to say. The room was silent except for the sound of Daniel's toy car. "Where do you live?" Emma asked. "I live in Lincoln Park," Marcus said. "It's about 20 minutes from here." "Do you have a big house?" Emma asked. "I have a house," Marcus said. It's pretty big." Marcus decided not to tell them Jennifer was taking it in the divorce. "Do you live alone?" Emma asked. Marcus hesitated. "Yes." "Don't you have a wife?" Emma asked. Marcus looked at Sarah. Sarah's face showed nothing. "I did," Marcus said, "but we are not together anymore." "Why not?" Emma asked. "Emma, that's enough questions about that," Sarah said. Emma nodded and hugged her doll. Daniel looked up from his toy car. "Marcus, why weren't you there when we were babies?" The room went completely silent. Marcus felt his heart beating fast. I made bad choices," Marcus said slowly. "What kind of bad choices?" Daniel asked. "I was scared," Marcus said. "I was scared of being a father, and instead of trying anyway, I ran away." "Did you not want us?" Daniel asked. Marcus felt tears in his eyes. "That's not true. I was selfish. I thought only about myself. I didn't think about you or your mother." Olivia closed her book. She looked at Marcus for the first time. Her green eyes were hard and angry. "Why did you get our mom fired?" Olivia asked. Marcus was surprised. He looked at Sarah. Sarah stared back at him calmly. She had told the children the truth. "Because I was wrong," Marcus said. I used my power to hurt your mother. I was selfish and cruel. I will regret it for the rest of my life. Mommy said she had to sleep in her car because of you, Olivia said. Marcus felt sick. Yes, that's true. Mommy said she cried every night because she didn't have money for food, Olivia continued. Yes, Marcus whispered. I hate you, Olivia said. Olivia, Sarah said, we do not use that word. But it's true, Olivia said, her eyes filled with tears. He hurt you. He made you sad. Why is he here now? Sarah stood up and walked to the couch. She sat next to Olivia and put her arm around her. Because people can change if they really try. We are giving Marcus a chance to prove he can be better. But what if he leaves again? Olivia asked. She looked at Marcus. Are you going to leave again? No, Marcus said. I promise I will not leave again. You promised before, Olivia said. You promised Mommy you would help her, and then you left. Marcus realized Olivia was right. He had no defense. You're right. I broke promises before. All I can do now is show you with my actions. I will keep showing up. I will keep trying to be your father. Olivia turned away from him. She buried her face in Sarah's shoulder. Sarah looked at her watch. It's been 2 hours. The visit is over. Can I come back next weekend? Marcus asked. Every other weekend as agreed, Sarah said. The next visit is in 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Marcus said. That's a long time. Those are the terms you agreed to, Sarah said. Marcus stood up. Emma stood up too and walked over to him. She hugged him quickly. Thank you for the doll, she said. You're welcome, Marcus said. Daniel waved from the couch. Bye, Marcus. Bye, Daniel, Marcus said. Olivia did not look at him. She stayed pressed against Sarah. Marcus walked to the elevator. His chest felt tight. His eyes burned with tears he would not let fall until he was alone. He rode the elevator down to the lobby. He walked to his car. He sat in the driver's seat and finally let himself cry. The visit was a disaster. Emma was kind but distant. Daniel was curious but guarded. Olivia hated him. They were his children, but they were strangers to him. Marcus drove home. The house felt emptier than ever. He sat on the couch and stared at nothing. His phone rang. Marcus did not recognize the number. He almost did not answer, but something made him pick up. Hello? Marcus? It's Kevin. Kevin. Marcus's younger brother. They had not spoken in 2 years. Kevin? Marcus said. Who gave you my number? Mom did, Kevin said. She called me yesterday. She said something happened and you might need to talk. Marcus realized his mother must have heard about what happened. News traveled fast. I don't know what to say, Marcus said. Mom told me everything, Kevin said. About Sarah, about the kids, about Jennifer leaving. Then you know what I did, Marcus said. Yeah, Kevin said. I do. Marcus waited for Kevin to yell at him, to tell him he was a terrible person. But Kevin just sighed. What are you going to do? Kevin asked. I don't know, Marcus said. I saw the kids today. It went badly. One of them hates me. The others don't know me. I don't know how to fix this. You can't fix it, Kevin said. Not quickly. You destroyed a lot of lives, Marcus, including your own. The only thing you can do now is show up. Keep showing up. Every visit, every payment, every promise. Actions matter more than words. Marcus was quiet for a moment. You're right. I know I am, Kevin said. Look, what you did was terrible, but running away again won't help anyone. Those kids need a father, even if they hate you right now. You have to earn it back. It's going to take years, Marcus said. Yeah, Kevin said. It is. That's the consequence of what you did. They talked for a few more minutes. Kevin told Marcus to call him if he needed to talk. Marcus said he would. After they hung up, Marcus looked at his phone. A new email had arrived from Jennifer's lawyer. The subject line said, "Petition for dissolution of marriage response required." The divorce papers. Marcus opened the email and downloaded the documents. Jennifer wanted the house. She wanted the car. She wanted 70% of their savings. She wanted Marcus to pay her legal fees. Marcus read through all 23 pages. Then he sent an email to his own lawyer. "I agree to all terms. I will not contest anything." He hit send. Jennifer deserved everything she was asking for. Marcus deserved nothing. Marcus set his phone down and closed his eyes. In 2 weeks, he would see the children again. He would keep showing up, even if they hated him, even if it took years. It was the only thing he could do. 3 months passed. Each day felt the same. Marcus woke up early. He went to work. He sat in his cubicle. He entered data. He ate lunch alone. He went home. But everything was different. Marcus no longer lived in the house in Lincoln Park. Jennifer took it as part of the divorce settlement. Marcus now lived in a small one-bedroom apartment in Pilsen. The apartment was on the 3rd floor of an old building. It had a bedroom, a bathroom, a kitchen, and a living room. The furniture came from a discount store. The walls were white and empty. Marcus's bank account was almost empty too. Every month, he paid child support. He paid $2,300 for current support. He paid $4,600 for the retroactive 7 years. He paid his rent. He paid his bills. After everything, Marcus had less than $200 left each month. He sold his expensive car and bought a used Honda. He stopped eating at restaurants. He bought groceries from the discount store. He wore the same 4 suits to work in rotation. Every other weekend, Marcus visited the triplets at Sarah's townhouse. The visits were still awkward. Emma talked to him. She told him about school and her friends. She showed him drawings she made. Daniel asked Marcus to play games. They played cards and board games in the common room. Olivia barely spoke. She answered Marcus's questions with 1 or 2 words. She never smiled at him. She never hugged him. Marcus brought gifts to each visit. Books for Emma. Art supplies for Olivia. Sports equipment for Daniel. But the gifts did not make the children love him. They said thank you politely. Then they placed the gifts aside. At work, Marcus disappeared into the background. He arrived at 8 o'clock every morning. Angela Hayes gave him his assignments. He completed them by 6 o'clock every evening. The work was simple and boring. Data entry, filing reports, organizing databases. Marcus's former colleagues avoided him in the hallways. When Marcus walked past, people stopped talking. They looked away. Some whispered after he passed. Marcus ate lunch alone in the cafeteria every day. He sat at the same table in the corner. He ate quickly and returned to his cubicle. One Wednesday afternoon in late September, Marcus received an email from Sarah's assistant. Report to the CEO's office at 3 p.m. today. Marcus felt his stomach tighten. He had not been to Sarah's office since he signed the agreement 3 months ago. What did she want? At 3 o'clock, Marcus took the elevator to the 14th floor. He knocked on Sarah's office door. "Come in," Sarah said. Marcus opened the door. Sarah sat behind her desk wearing a black suit. But she was not alone. A man sat in the chair next to Sarah's desk. He was in his 50s with gray hair and glasses. He wore a dark blue suit. "Sit down, Marcus," Sarah said. Marcus sat in the empty chair. He looked at the man. "This is Robert Chen," Sarah said. "He is the Chief Operating Officer of Davidson Industries." "Hello," Marcus said. Robert did not smile. He opened a folder on his lap. "Mr. Thompson, we are conducting an internal review of past human resources decisions. We have discovered some irregularities." Marcus felt his hands start to sweat. We found multiple cases of wrongful termination during your time as senior manager and vice president, Robert continued. Between 2012 and 2019, 7 employees were fired under suspicious circumstances. You were directly involved in all 7 cases. Marcus said nothing. His heart beat fast. We already know about Sarah Mitchell's case, Robert said. But there are 6 others. A man named James Porter was fired after he reported you for taking credit for his work. A woman named Linda Hayes was fired after she refused your requests to falsify a budget report. A man named— I know who they are, Marcus said quietly. The room was silent. Sarah leaned forward. Her eyes were cold. Do you have anything to say? Marcus could lie. He could say he did not remember. He could blame other people. He could protect himself. But Marcus was tired of lying. I pressured human resources to fire them, Marcus said. All of them. Robert wrote something in his notebook. Why? Because they threatened me, Marcus said. James found out I took credit for his project. Linda refused to help me hide budget overruns. The others challenged my authority or knew things that could damage my reputation. I used my position to get rid of them. You abused your power, Robert said. Yes, Marcus said. The company could face lawsuits from these former employees, Robert said. We could be liable for millions of dollars in damages. Marcus nodded. He had nothing to say. Robert looked at Sarah. Sarah looked at Marcus. Why are you admitting this? Sarah asked. You could deny everything. You could say you have no memory of these cases. Because I'm tired of lying, Marcus said. I did terrible things. I hurt a lot of people. Lying won't change that. Sarah studied his face for a long moment. Then she looked at Robert. Thank you, Robert. I will handle this from here. Robert stood up. He closed his folder. He left the office without saying goodbye to Marcus. When the door closed, Sarah and Marcus were alone. I already knew about the other cases, Sarah said. I found them during my review of company records. I wanted to see if you would lie. I passed your test then, Marcus said. Tests are not the point, Sarah said. Taking responsibility is the point. But admitting guilt is not the same as making things right. I know, Marcus said. Sarah stood up and walked to the window. She looked out at the Chicago skyline. You need to start therapy. What? Marcus said. If you want to continue seeing the children, you must attend therapy twice a week, Sarah said. She turned to face him. I need to know you are actually changing, not just saying words, actually doing the work to become a better person. Okay, Marcus said. I have the name of a therapist, Sarah said. She handed Marcus a business card. Dr. Patricia Hendricks. She has an office in Wicker Park. You will attend sessions every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 o'clock p.m. You will provide me with progress reports from Dr. Hendricks once a month. If you miss a session, you lose visitation rights. Marcus took the card. Dr. Patricia Hendricks. Licensed therapist. The address was on North Damen Avenue. Call her today, Sarah said. Start this week. I will, Marcus said. You can go, Sarah said. Marcus stood up and walked to the door. He stopped and turned back. Sarah, the other people I got fired. I want to apologize to them. No, Sarah said immediately. But I should— No, Sarah said again. Those people have moved on with their lives. You do not get to disrupt them again to make yourself feel better. You want to apologize so you can feel less guilty. That is still selfish. Leave them alone. Marcus realized she was right. Okay. He left the office and returned to his cubicle. He finished his work for the day. At 6:15, he drove home to his small apartment. Marcus called Dr. Hendricks from his living room. A woman answered. Dr. Hendricks's office. Hi, my name is Marcus Thompson. I need to schedule therapy sessions. Sarah Mitchell referred me. Hold, please. Music played for 30 seconds. Then a different voice came on the line. An older woman. This is Dr. Hendricks. Sarah called me yesterday. She explained your situation. She did? Marcus said. Yes. I have availability tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m. Can you come then? Yes, Marcus said. Good. My office is at 2143 North Damen Avenue, Suite 300. Do not be late. I won't, Marcus said. Dr. Hendricks hung up. Marcus sat on his couch and stared at the business card. He had never been to therapy before. He did not know what to expect. The next evening, Marcus drove to Wicker Park after work. Dr. Hendricks's office was in a 3-story brick building. Suite 300 was on the 3rd floor. Marcus knocked on the door. A woman opened it. She was in her 60s with gray hair pulled back in a bun. She wore glasses and a brown cardigan. Marcus Thompson? She asked. Yes, Marcus said. Come in. The office was small and warm. There was a desk, 2 chairs, and a couch. Bookshelves covered one wall. A window looked out at the street. Sit wherever you're comfortable, Dr. Hendricks said. Marcus sat in one of the chairs. Dr. Hendricks sat in the other chair facing him. She held a notebook and pen. Why are you here? Dr. Hendricks asked. Because Sarah required it, Marcus said. That's not a good reason, Dr. Hendricks said. Why are you here? Marcus did not know how to answer. Let me ask a different question, Dr. Hendricks said. What do you want? Marcus opened his mouth, but no words came out. What did he want? I want... Marcus started. He stopped. He felt pressure building in his chest. I want to fix what I broke. What did you break? Dr. Hendricks asked. Everything, Marcus said. His voice cracked. My marriage, Sarah's life, my relationship with my children, my career, everything. Can you fix those things, Doctor? Hendricks asked. I don't know, Marcus said. Tears filled his eyes. He tried to stop them, but he could not. I destroyed Sarah's life, Marcus said. The words came out fast now. I got her fired when she was pregnant. She slept in her car. She had no money. She raised 3 babies alone. And I did nothing. I pretended she didn't exist. I went on with my life. I became vice president. I had everything I wanted. And she had nothing. Marcus was crying now. He could not stop. And now I have 3 children who don't know me, Marcus continued. Emma is kind to me, but she doesn't trust me. Daniel asks questions I can't answer. Olivia hates me. She told me she hates me. And she's right to hate me. I abandoned them before they were born. I'm a stranger to my own children. Dr. Hendricks handed Marcus a box of tissues. Marcus took several and wiped his face. I don't know how to fix any of it, Marcus said. I want them to love me. I want Sarah to forgive me. I want to undo what I did. But I can't. No, Dr. Hendricks said gently. You can't. Marcus looked up at her. You cannot fix the past, Dr. Hendricks said. You cannot undo the pain you caused. You cannot make people forgive you. Those things are not in your control. Then what can I do? Marcus asked. You can take responsibility for your actions, Dr. Hendricks said. You can make different choices now. You can show up for your children even when it's hard. You can be honest even when it hurts. You can do the work to understand why you made those choices so you don't make them again. Marcus nodded slowly. But you need to understand something, Dr. Hendricks said. This will take years. Your children may never fully trust you. Sarah may never forgive you. You may lose relationships you can never rebuild. That is the consequence of your choices. Can you accept that? I have to, Marcus said. No, Doctor, Hendricks said. You don't have to. You could run away again. You could choose option 1 that Sarah gave you. You could start over somewhere else. Why didn't you?" Marcus thought about the question. "Because I ran away 7 years ago. It didn't fix anything. It just made everything worse. I can't run anymore." "Doctor?" Hendricks wrote something in her notebook. "Good. That's the first honest thing you've said." They talked for another 40 minutes. Dr. Hendricks asked Marcus about his childhood, his parents, his marriage to Jennifer, his affair with Sarah, his career at Davidson Industries. "When the session ended, Doctor," Hendricks walked Marcus to the door. "I will see you Thursday at 6:00 p.m., she said. "And Marcus?" "Yes?" "You spent 7 years running from responsibility. Now you have to spend the rest of your life learning how to carry it." Marcus drove home in silence. He parked outside his apartment building and sat in his car. Dr. Hendricks was right. He could not fix the past. He could only try to be better now. It would take years, maybe forever. But Marcus would keep showing up. Marcus started attending therapy every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:00 in the evening. After work, he drove from Davidson Industries to Dr. Hendricks's office in Wicker Park. He never missed a session. The sessions were difficult. Dr. Hendricks did not let Marcus make excuses. She asked questions that made Marcus uncomfortable. "Why did you value your reputation more than people's lives?" she asked during their third session. Marcus sat in the chair across from her. "I thought my career was the most important thing." "Why?" Dr. Hendricks asked. "Because my father taught me that success meant having money and status," Marcus said. "Did you believe that?" Dr. Hendricks asked. "Yes," Marcus said. "I thought if I had the right title and the right salary, I would be happy." "Were you happy, Doctor?" Hendricks asked. Marcus thought about his life before Sarah returned. The big house, the expensive car, the vice president title. "No, I wasn't." "Why not?" "Because I was empty inside," Marcus said. "I had everything I thought I wanted, but I had no real relationships. I didn't love my wife. I used people to get ahead. I was alone," Dr. Hendricks wrote in her notebook. "Why did you think you could use power without consequences?" "I didn't think about consequences," Marcus admitted. "I thought I was too important to face them. I thought I could do whatever I wanted because I had a high position." "And now?" Dr. Hendricks asked. "Now I know I was wrong," Marcus said. "Power is temporary. Consequences are permanent." At work, Marcus continued doing basic tasks without complaining. He arrived at 8:00 every morning. Angela Hayes gave him assignments. He completed them by 6:00 every evening. Marcus had been in his cubicle for 3 months. He never asked for better work. He never complained about the data entry. He simply did what he was told. One Monday morning in early October, Angela came to his cubicle with her tablet. But instead of giving him data entry work, she handed him a file folder. "This is a project for the sales department," Angela said. "They need someone to analyze their quarterly reports and identify inefficiencies. Complete it by Friday." Marcus looked at the folder. This was real work. Not data entry, not filing. Actual analysis. "This is more complex than what I usually do," Marcus said. "I know," Angela said. "Can you handle it?" "Yes," Marcus said. "Good. If the quality is acceptable, I will consider giving you more projects like this," Angela said. She walked away. Marcus opened the folder. There were over 200 pages of sales reports, numbers, charts, client data. Marcus had done this kind of work many times when he was vice president, but that felt like a different life. Marcus worked on the project for 4 days. He arrived early and stayed late. He analyzed every report carefully. He identified patterns. He found inefficiencies. He wrote a detailed summary with recommendations. On Friday morning, Marcus gave the completed project to Angela. She took it without comment. That afternoon, Angela came back to his cubicle. "This is good work," she said. The sales department is satisfied. Thank you, Marcus said. Keep this level of quality, Angela said. Then she walked away. It was the first compliment Marcus had received in 3 months. It felt good, not because he wanted praise, but because it meant he was being reliable. He was proving he could do what he was asked to do. That Saturday was his scheduled visit with the triplets. Marcus drove to Sarah's townhouse at 10 o'clock in the morning. The weather was getting colder now. October in Chicago meant the leaves were changing colors and people wore jackets. Marcus took the elevator to the 10th floor common room. Sarah and the children were already there. Emma wore a red sweater. Daniel wore a Chicago Bulls sweatshirt. Olivia wore jeans and a black jacket. "Hi, Marcus," Emma said when he walked in. "Hi, Emma," Marcus said. "Hi, Daniel. Hi, Olivia." "Hi," Daniel said. Olivia said nothing. She sat on the couch with a sketchbook, drawing. Sarah sat in her usual chair across the room. She watched, but did not interfere. Marcus sat down in a chair near the couch. He had not brought gifts this time. Dr. Hendricks told him to stop bringing gifts every visit. She said the children needed to know Marcus for who he was, not for what he gave them. "How was school this week?" Marcus asked. "Good," Emma said. "We learned about the solar system. Did you know Jupiter is the biggest planet?" "I did know that," Marcus said. "What else did you learn?" Emma talked about her class for several minutes. She told Marcus about her teacher and her friends. She showed him a gold star sticker she got for a spelling test. Marcus listened carefully. He asked questions. He tried to remember the names of Emma's friends so he could ask about them next time. "Daniel, how was your week?" Marcus asked. "Okay," Daniel said. "We played basketball in gym class." "Do you like basketball?" Marcus asked. "Yeah," Daniel said. "I'm pretty good." "Would you want to play sometime?" Marcus asked. "Maybe we could go to a court near here." Daniel looked at Sarah. Sarah nodded slightly. "Okay," Daniel said. "That would be cool." "Next visit," Marcus said. "We'll bring a basketball." Daniel smiled. It was small, but it was real. Marcus looked at Olivia. She was still drawing in her sketchbook. She had not looked up once. "What are you drawing, Olivia?" Marcus asked. Olivia did not answer. "Olivia," Sarah said gently, "Marcus asked you a question." "A tree," Olivia said quietly. She still did not look at him. Marcus did not push. He let Olivia draw in silence. After 30 minutes, Marcus had an idea. "I brought something to show you," he said. He pulled a small photo album from his bag. Emma's eyes lit up. "What is it?" "Pictures of me, when I was young," Marcus said. "I thought you might want to see them." Emma immediately moved closer. Daniel came over too. Even Olivia glanced up from her drawing. Marcus opened the album. The first picture showed Marcus as a young boy, maybe 7 years old. He stood in front of a house holding a baseball glove. "That's me when I was your age," Marcus said. "You look different," Emma said. "I was skinnier," Marcus said, "and I had more hair." Daniel laughed. Marcus turned the page. Another picture showed Marcus with a younger boy. "This is my brother Kevin. He's 4 years younger than me." "You have a brother?" Emma asked. "Yes," Marcus said. "He lives in Denver, Colorado now." "Do you see him?" Emma asked. "Not very often," Marcus admitted. "We haven't been close for a long time, but we talked recently." Marcus turned to another page. A picture showed Marcus playing baseball. He was swinging a bat. "You played baseball?" Daniel asked. "I did," Marcus said. "I wasn't very good. I struck out a lot." Daniel pointed at the picture. "We look alike." Marcus looked at Daniel. It was true. Daniel had the same facial features, the same eyes, the same nose. "Yes," Marcus said quietly, "we do." Olivia put down her sketchbook. She moved a little closer, but not too close. She looked at the photo album without saying anything. Marcus turned the pages slowly. He told stories about each picture. The time he got lost in a corn maze. The time his brother Kevin locked them both in a shed by accident. The time Marcus fell off his bike and broke his arm. Emma laughed at the stories. Daniel asked questions. Olivia listened silently. After an hour, Sarah stood up. "Time for lunch. Say goodbye to Marcus." "Bye, Marcus," Emma said. She hugged him quickly. "Bye," Daniel said. He waved. Olivia picked up her sketchbook and walked toward the door. She did not say goodbye. Marcus felt disappointed but not surprised. "I'll see you in 2 weeks," he said. Sarah walked Marcus to the elevator. They stood in the hallway alone. "The photo album was a good idea," Sarah said. "Thank you," Marcus said. "The children talked about you this week," Sarah said. "Emma said you're nice. Daniel said you're fun." "What did Olivia say?" Marcus asked. "Nothing," Sarah said. "But she listened when her siblings talked about you. That's progress." "She won't even look at me," Marcus said. "She remembers when I cried," Sarah said. "She remembers when we had no money. She was young, but she remembers. She's protecting me." "I understand," Marcus said. "Keep being patient," Sarah said. "Don't push her." "I won't," Marcus promised. Marcus drove home to his apartment. He felt good about the visit. It was not perfect. Olivia still kept her distance. But Daniel smiled. Emma hugged him. They looked at pictures together. Small steps, but steps forward. The next week, Marcus received an envelope in the mail. It was from Jennifer's lawyer. Inside were the final divorce papers. The divorce was official. Jennifer kept the house in Lincoln Park. She kept the car. She kept 70% of their savings. Marcus signed everywhere he needed to sign. He did not contest anything. Marcus sat at his small kitchen table and read through the papers. 12 years of marriage ended with signatures on legal documents. His phone buzzed. A text message from an unknown number. Marcus opened it. "This is Jennifer. This is the last time I will contact you. I hope you become the person you should have been all along." Marcus read the message 3 times. Then he typed a response. "I'm trying. I'm sorry for everything." He hit send. He did not expect a response. He did not get one. Marcus saved the message in his phone. He would keep it as a reminder. That evening, Marcus went to therapy. Dr. Hendricks asked him about his week. "My divorce is finalized," Marcus said. "Jennifer sent me a message. She said she hopes I become the person I should have been all along." "How do you feel about that?" Dr. Hendricks asked. "Sad," Marcus said. "But she's right. I wasn't the person I should have been. I hurt her. I wasted 12 years of her life." "Can you apologize to her?" Dr. Hendricks asked. "I tried," Marcus said. "She doesn't want to hear from me again. I have to respect that." "What did you learn from your marriage, Doctor?" Hendricks asked. Marcus thought carefully. "I learned that I didn't know how to love someone. I loved the idea of being married, but I didn't actually love Jennifer as a person. I didn't know her. I didn't try to know her." "Why not?" Dr. Hendricks asked. "Because I only thought about myself," Marcus said. "I thought about my career, my image, my success. I never thought about her needs or her feelings." "And now," Dr. Hendricks asked, "now I'm trying to think about my children's needs," Marcus said. "I'm trying to show up for them. I'm trying to listen to them, even when it's hard." Dr. Hendricks nodded. "That's growth. But remember, growth is slow. You cannot rush it." "I know," Marcus said. "Your children may not love you for years," Dr. Hendricks said. "Olivia may never fully trust you. Can you accept that?" Marcus felt a tightness in his chest. "I have to." "No," Dr. Hendricks said. "You don't have to. You could walk away. Why don't you?" "Because they're my children," Marcus said. "I created them. I owe them everything. Walking away again would be the same mistake. I have to keep showing up, even if they never love me. Even if it takes forever." Dr. Hendricks wrote in her notebook, "Good. Remember that when it gets hard. Because it will get harder before it gets easier." Marcus left therapy and drove home. He made dinner, he ate alone, he cleaned his dishes. He sat on his couch and turned on the television, but did not watch it. He thought about Olivia's face when she looked at the photo album. She did not smile, but she looked. She was curious. Maybe just a little bit. In 2 weeks, Marcus would see the children again. He would bring a basketball for Daniel. He would ask Emma about school. He would be patient with Olivia. He would keep showing up. That was all he could do. 2 more weeks passed. Marcus kept his routine. Work. Therapy. Visits with the children. Every day was the same, but every day was progress. On the next Saturday visit, Marcus brought a basketball. Daniel's eyes got big when he saw it. "Can we play now?" Daniel asked. "There's a court 2 blocks from here," Sarah said. "You can go if Marcus brings Daniel back by noon." Marcus looked at Sarah with surprise. "You mean alone? Without supervision?" "Daniel wants to go," Sarah said. "It's his choice." This was a test. Marcus understood. Sarah was testing if he could be trusted alone with his child. "I'll keep him safe," Marcus promised. Marcus and Daniel walked to the basketball court. It was a cool October morning. Daniel wore his Bulls sweatshirt and carried the basketball under his arm. The court was empty. Marcus and Daniel played one-on-one. Marcus was not good at basketball. He missed most of his shots. Daniel laughed, but not in a mean way. "You're really bad at this," Daniel said. "I know," Marcus said. "I told you I wasn't good." They played for 45 minutes. Daniel made most of the baskets. Marcus tried his best. He was out of breath and sweating. "Can we do this again?" Daniel asked. "Yes," Marcus said. "Every time I visit if you want." "Cool," Daniel said. They walked back to Sarah's townhouse. Daniel talked the whole way. He told Marcus about his friends at school. He told Marcus about his favorite player on the Bulls. He told Marcus about a game he wanted to play. When they arrived back, Sarah was waiting in the common room with Emma and Olivia. "Did you have fun?" Sarah asked Daniel. "Yeah," Daniel said. "Marcus is terrible at basketball, but he tried hard." Sarah looked at Marcus. Her expression was unreadable. "Thank you for bringing him back on time." "Of course," Marcus said. The weeks continued. Marcus visited every other weekend. Emma was always warm to him. She talked about school and her friends. She showed him her homework. She hugged him when he arrived and when he left. Daniel warmed up more with each visit. He asked Marcus to play basketball every time. He started asking Marcus questions about his life. Where did Marcus work? What did Marcus do for fun? Did Marcus have friends? Marcus answered honestly. He told Daniel about his job. He told Daniel he did not have many friends anymore. He told Daniel he spent most of his time working and going to therapy. "Why do you go to therapy?" Daniel asked. "Because I need to learn how to be a better person," Marcus said. "Oh," Daniel said. He seemed satisfied with that answer. Olivia still kept her distance. She was polite but cold. She answered Marcus's questions with short responses. She never initiated conversation. She never hugged him. But Marcus noticed small changes. Olivia watched when Marcus played with Daniel. She listened when Emma talked to Marcus. She glanced at Marcus sometimes when she thought he was not looking. Marcus did not push. He let Olivia move at her own pace. In mid-November, Marcus received a call from Dr. Hendricks. "Marcus, I need to talk to you about something," Dr. Hendricks said. "Okay," Marcus said. He was at home in his apartment. It was a Tuesday evening. Sarah Mitchell requested a progress report on your therapy, Dr. Hendricks said. Marcus felt nervous. What does that mean? It means I will write a report describing your progress in therapy. I will send it to Sarah. She wants to know if you are actually doing the work to change. Am I? Marcus asked. That's what I'm trying to determine, Dr. Hendricks said. You have been attending sessions consistently. You have been honest about your past. You are taking responsibility for your actions. Those are positive signs. But, Marcus asked, but you still struggle with wanting quick results, Dr. Hendricks said. You want your children to love you immediately. You want Sarah to forgive you immediately. You have not fully accepted that earning trust takes years, not months. Marcus was quiet. I will write an honest report, Dr. Hendricks said. Sarah will make her own decision about what it means. Okay, Marcus said. I understand. Dr. Hendricks sent the report to Sarah 3 days later. Marcus did not know what it said. He did not ask. The following Friday evening, Marcus received a call from Sarah. He was making dinner in his small kitchen. Hello? Marcus answered. Marcus, it's Sarah. I need to tell you something about tomorrow's visit. Marcus felt his stomach drop. What's wrong? Daniel is sick, Sarah said. He has a fever. The visit is canceled. Is he okay? Marcus asked. It's just a cold, Sarah said. But he needs to rest. I understand, Marcus said. He felt disappointed, but he knew health came first. There's something else, Sarah said. Olivia has a school art show on Wednesday evening. Parents are invited. Marcus felt his heart beat faster. Do you want me to come? That's your decision, Sarah said. But I need to warn you, Olivia did not ask for you to come. If you attend and she is uncomfortable, I will ask you to leave. Do you understand? Yes, Marcus said. I'll be there. The show is at 6:30 p.m. at Lincoln Elementary School on West Armitage Avenue, Sarah said. Do not be late. I won't be, Marcus said. Sarah hung up. Marcus stood in his kitchen holding his phone. Olivia had an art show. She loved art. Marcus remembered the art set he gave her months ago. She never thanked him properly for it. But maybe she used it. Wednesday evening arrived. Marcus left work at 5:30. He drove to Lincoln Elementary School. The school was a 3-story brick building with a playground. Marcus parked on the street and walked inside. The art show was in the gymnasium. The large room was filled with displays. Each display had a student's name and their artwork. Parents and children walked around, looking at everything. Marcus saw Sarah standing near the entrance with Emma and Daniel. Emma wore a pink dress. Daniel wore jeans and a sweater. Sarah wore a gray coat. Olivia was across the room, showing her artwork to a teacher. Marcus walked over to Sarah. His hands were shaking. Hi, Marcus, Emma said. She smiled. Hi, Emma, Marcus said. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Daniel said. My fever is gone. I'm glad you're feeling better, Marcus said. Sarah looked at Marcus. Olivia's display is over there. She pointed to the far wall. Marcus walked through the gymnasium. He passed other children's artwork. Paintings, drawings, sculptures. He found Olivia's display. Her name was written in neat letters. Olivia Thompson. Thompson. She had his last name. Marcus felt something in his chest. Olivia's artwork was a painting. It showed a house with a yard. In front of the house were 4 people. A woman with brown hair, 2 girls, 1 boy. The woman was clearly Sarah. The girls were Emma and Olivia. The boy was Daniel. There was no father in the painting. Marcus stared at the painting for a long time. This was Olivia's family. 4 people. Sarah and her 3 children. Marcus was not part of it. Marcus understood. He was not Olivia's family yet. He had not earned that place. Marcus? He turned. Olivia stood behind him. She looked surprised and uncomfortable. "Hi, Olivia," Marcus said gently. "What are you doing here?" Olivia asked. "Your mom told me about the art show. I wanted to see your work." Olivia looked at the painting. She looked at Marcus. "Do you like it?" "It's beautiful," Marcus said. "You're very talented." "Thank you," Olivia said quietly. "I'm proud of you," Marcus said. Olivia looked down at her shoes. She did not say anything. Marcus realized he was making her uncomfortable. Other parents stood nearby with their children. They looked happy. They took pictures. They talked and laughed. Marcus did not belong here. Not yet. Sarah walked over with Emma and Daniel. She looked at Olivia. "Are you okay, sweetie?" Olivia nodded, but she looked tense. Marcus made a decision. "Sarah, I'm going to leave." Sarah looked surprised. "You just arrived." "I know," Marcus said, "but I can see I'm making Olivia uncomfortable. I came to support her, but me being here is making her stressed. That's not support." Marcus looked at Olivia. "Your painting is wonderful. I'm proud of you. I'll see you at the next scheduled visit." Marcus started walking toward the exit. He did not wait for a response. He walked past the other displays. He walked past the other families. He walked out of the gymnasium and down the hallway. He pushed open the school doors and walked to his car. The cold November air bit at his face. Marcus sat in his car. He did not start the engine. He just sat there. He came to the art show because he wanted Olivia to know he cared. But staying would have been selfish. It would have been about making himself feel better, not about what Olivia needed. Olivia needed space. Marcus could give her that. Marcus drove home to his apartment. He made dinner. He ate alone. He cleaned his dishes. He sat on his couch. His phone buzzed. A text message from Sarah. "You made the right choice by leaving." Marcus stared at the message. Another message appeared. "Olivia relaxed after you left. She enjoyed the rest of the show." Marcus typed a response. "I'm glad. I don't want to make her uncomfortable." Sarah's response came quickly. "You are learning." Marcus read those 3 words over and over. You are learning. It was not forgiveness. It was not trust. But it was acknowledgement. Sarah saw that he was trying. She saw that he was making better choices. That night, Marcus called Dr. Hendricks, even though it was not a scheduled session day. She answered. "Marcus, what's wrong?" Dr. Hendricks asked. "Nothing's wrong," Marcus said. "I just wanted to tell you something. I went to Olivia's art show tonight. I saw her painting. It was her family, Sarah and the 3 kids. I wasn't in it." "How did that make you feel?" Dr. Hendricks asked. "Sad," Marcus said, "but I understood. I'm not her family yet. I haven't earned that." "What did you do?" Dr. Hendricks asked. "I told her I was proud of her. Then I left. She was uncomfortable with me there, so I left." Dr. Hendricks was quiet for a moment. "That was the right choice." "Sarah sent me a message," Marcus said. "She said I'm learning." "You are," Dr. Hendricks said. "You put Olivia's needs before your own desire to be there. That's growth." Marcus felt something he had not felt in a long time. It was not happiness. It was not pride. It was something quieter. It was the feeling of doing the right thing even when it hurt. "This is going to take years, isn't it?" Marcus said. "Yes," Dr. Hendricks said. "Maybe your whole life." "I can do that," Marcus said. "I can keep showing up, even if they never fully accept me. I can keep trying." "Good," Dr. Hendricks said. "That's all you can do." They talked for a few more minutes. Then Marcus hung up. He sat in his quiet apartment and thought about Olivia's painting. 4 people. A family. Someday, maybe, there would be 5 people in the painting. But Marcus could not force that. He could only earn it. One day at a time. One choice at a time. Marcus would keep showing up. He would keep leaving when necessary. He would keep putting the children first. That was what a father did. And Marcus was learning how to be one. The weeks continued into December. Chicago became cold. Snow fell on the streets. Marcus bought a winter coat from a discount store. His old expensive coat was gone, taken by Jennifer along with everything else. Marcus kept his routine. Work. Therapy. Visits with the children every other weekend. He paid child support on time every month. He was finishing the retroactive payments. Only 8 more months, and that debt would be cleared. At work, Angela Hayes continued giving Marcus more complex projects. He was no longer doing just data entry. He analyzed reports. He helped solve problems. He worked quietly and completed everything on time. His former colleagues no longer whispered when he walked past. Marcus had become background, just another employee, not the vice president he used to be, not the scandal everyone talked about, just Marcus Thompson in Cubicle 47. One Tuesday morning in mid-December, Marcus received a text message from an unknown number. "This is Jennifer. I need to talk to you. Can we meet for coffee?" Marcus stared at his phone. Jennifer. He had not heard from her since the divorce was finalized in October. That was 2 months ago. Marcus typed a response. "Yes. When?" "Saturday at 10 a.m. The coffee shop on West Belmont Avenue. The one we used to go to." Marcus remembered that coffee shop. He and Jennifer went there sometimes on weekends, back when they were married, back when Marcus thought he had everything. "I'll be there," Marcus typed. Saturday morning arrived. Marcus woke early. He was nervous. He did not know what Jennifer wanted. He got dressed in jeans and a sweater. He drove to the coffee shop in Lakeview. The shop was small with wooden tables and large windows. It smelled like coffee and pastries. Marcus arrived at 9:55. He ordered a black coffee and sat at a table by the window. At exactly 10 o'clock, Jennifer walked in. She looked different. She was thinner. Her blonde hair was shorter. She wore less makeup than before. She wore jeans and a blue sweater. She looked tired but stronger. Jennifer ordered tea at the counter. Then she sat down across from Marcus. They sat in silence for a moment. "Thank you for meeting me," Jennifer said. "Of course," Marcus said. "I've been in therapy," Jennifer said. "My therapist suggested I talk to you. She said it might help me find closure." Marcus nodded. He did not know what to say. "I was angry for a long time," Jennifer continued. "I wanted to hate you forever. I wanted you to suffer." Marcus said nothing. He let Jennifer speak. "But I realized I'm also angry at myself," Jennifer said. Her voice was steady but quiet. "I ignored signs that you were unfaithful. I chose comfort over truth. I lived in denial for years." "You didn't do anything wrong," Marcus said. "Yes, I did," Jennifer said. "I chose to look away. I chose to pretend everything was fine. I gave up my own identity to be your wife. I stopped being Jennifer and became Mrs. Thompson. That was my choice." Marcus felt a tightness in his chest. "I don't forgive you for the affair," Jennifer said. "I don't forgive you for abandoning 3 children. Those things are unforgivable." "I know," Marcus said quietly. "But I forgive myself for staying in a hollow marriage," Jennifer said. "I forgive myself for not asking hard questions. I'm done being angry at myself." Jennifer looked directly at Marcus. Her eyes were clear. "I need to ask you something. Did you ever love me?" Marcus had thought about this question many times. He knew the answer, but saying it out loud would hurt Jennifer. But she deserved the truth. "No," Marcus said. "I didn't love you. I loved the image of being married to you. I loved what you represented. But I didn't truly love you as a person. I'm sorry." Jennifer's eyes filled with tears. She wiped them away quickly. "Thank you for being honest." I should have been honest 7 years ago, Marcus said. I should have been honest 12 years ago. Yes, Jennifer said. You should have. They sat in silence. People around them talked and laughed. The coffee shop was warm and busy, but Marcus and Jennifer's table felt cold and empty. Are you okay? Marcus asked. I will be, Jennifer said. She stood up. I'm taking art classes. I reconnected with old friends. I'm learning who I am without you. It's hard, but I'm getting there. I'm glad, Marcus said. Jennifer picked up her tea. I hope you become a better father than you were a husband. She walked out of the coffee shop without looking back. Marcus sat alone at the table. He finished his coffee. It was cold now. He threw the cup away and walked to his car. Jennifer was right. He was a terrible husband. He wasted 12 years of her life. She deserved better. Marcus drove home, but he could not stop thinking about what Jennifer said. He hoped he was becoming a better father. He was trying. But was trying enough? That afternoon, Marcus had his regular visit with the triplets. He drove to Sarah's townhouse. The common room was decorated for Christmas. There was a small tree in the corner with lights. Emma ran to Marcus when he arrived. Marcus, look at the Christmas tree. It's very nice, Marcus said. Daniel walked over, holding a basketball. Can we play today? Marcus looked outside. It was snowing. It's too cold outside. Maybe we can find something else to do. Can we watch TV? Daniel asked. Sarah nodded from across the room. There's a Chicago Bulls game on television at 3 o'clock. You can watch it here if you want. Daniel's eyes got big. Really? Can Marcus watch with me? If Marcus wants to, Sarah said. I'd like that, Marcus said. Olivia sat on the couch reading a book. She glanced at Marcus, but said nothing. At 3 o'clock, Marcus and Daniel sat on the couch, watching the basketball game. Emma sat next to them drawing pictures. Olivia stayed in her chair with her book. Sarah worked on her laptop at the table. The Bulls were playing the Milwaukee Bucks. Daniel cheered when the Bulls scored. He asked Marcus questions about the players. Marcus answered what he could. During halftime, Daniel turned to Marcus. Marcus, can I ask you something? Of course, Marcus said. Why did you leave when we were babies? The room went quiet. Emma stopped drawing. Olivia looked up from her book. Sarah stopped typing. Marcus had known this question would come eventually. He took a deep breath. I was scared, Marcus said. He spoke slowly and carefully. I was married to someone else. When your mother told me she was pregnant, I panicked. I was afraid my wife would find out. I was afraid people at work would find out. I was afraid my whole life would fall apart. So you made our mom's life fall apart instead, Olivia said from her chair. Her voice was sharp. Marcus looked at Olivia. Yes, that's exactly what I did. I was selfish. I only thought about myself. I didn't think about your mother. I didn't think about you. But you know about us now, Daniel said. Will you leave again? Marcus felt tears in his eyes. He did not try to hide them. No, I promise I will not leave again. How do we know you're telling the truth? Olivia asked. You promised our mom you would help her. Then you left? You're right, Marcus said. I broke promises before. All I can do now is show you with my actions. I will keep showing up. I will keep paying child support. I will keep being here. Not because I have to, because I want to. Daniel looked at Marcus for a long moment. Okay? Okay? Marcus asked. I believe you, Daniel said. I think you're trying. Emma nodded. I think so too. Olivia said nothing. She went back to reading her book. The basketball game started again. Marcus and Daniel watched. But Marcus could not focus. His heart was beating too fast. After the game ended, Daniel turned to Marcus again. "Marcus, there's a Bulls game next Saturday at the United Center. Can you take me?" Marcus looked at Sarah. Sarah's expression was unreadable. "That's up to your mother," Marcus said. Sarah closed her laptop. She walked over to the couch. "Daniel, are you sure you want Marcus to take you? Just the two of you?" "Yeah," Daniel said. "I want to go to a real game. Can Marcus take me?" Sarah looked at Marcus. This was another test. She was testing if Marcus could be trusted alone with Daniel for several hours. "If something happens to him," Sarah started. "I will keep him safe," Marcus said. "I promise." Sarah studied Marcus's face. Then she looked at Daniel. "Okay, Marcus can take you, but you need to call me when you get there and when you leave." "I will," Daniel said. He looked at Marcus. "Can we really go?" "Yes," Marcus said. "I'll get tickets." Daniel smiled. It was the biggest smile Marcus had seen on his face. After the visit ended, Sarah walked Marcus to the elevator. "You're trusting me with him," Marcus said. "I'm trusting Daniel's judgment," Sarah said. "He wants this. I'm allowing it." "But Marcus, if anything goes wrong—" "Nothing will go wrong," Marcus said. "I'll take care of him." "I know you will," Sarah said. "Because if you don't, you lose everything. You understand that, right?" "Yes," Marcus said. Sarah pressed the elevator button. "The children talked about you a lot this week. Emma said you're nice. Daniel said you're trying to be a good dad. Olivia said nothing, but she listened." "Olivia hates me," Marcus said. "She doesn't hate you," Sarah said. "She's protecting me. She remembers when things were hard. She doesn't want me hurt again." "I won't hurt you again," Marcus said. "No," Sarah said. "You won't, because I won't let you. I have all the power now. Don't forget that." The elevator doors opened. Marcus stepped inside. "Thank you for letting me take Daniel to the game," Marcus said. "Don't thank me," Sarah said. "Thank him. He asked for this. Don't disappoint him." The doors closed. Marcus drove home. He immediately went online and bought tickets to the Bulls game. The only seats he could afford were in the upper section, but that did not matter. Daniel wanted to go. Marcus would take him. That week, Marcus could barely focus on work. He kept thinking about Saturday. He and Daniel would go to the game together, just the two of them. No Sarah watching, no supervision. This was Marcus's chance to show he could be a real father. On Saturday afternoon, Marcus drove to Sarah's townhouse. He wore jeans and a Bulls sweatshirt he bought from a discount store. Daniel was waiting in the lobby wearing his Bulls jersey. "Ready to go?" Marcus asked. "Yeah," Daniel said. Sarah handed Marcus a backpack. "There are snacks inside, and his phone. Make sure he calls me when you arrive." "I will," Marcus said. Sarah knelt down and looked at Daniel. "Have fun, baby. Be good for Marcus." "I will, Mom," Daniel said. Sarah stood up and looked at Marcus. "Be careful. The roads are icy." "I will," Marcus said. They drove to the United Center on the west side of Chicago. Daniel talked the entire way. He asked about the players. He asked if they would see the mascot. He asked if they could buy food. Marcus answered every question. He felt nervous, but also happy. This was the first time he was truly alone with his son. They arrived at the United Center at 6 o'clock. The arena was huge and crowded. Marcus held Daniel's hand so they would not get separated. Daniel called Sarah from his phone. "Mom, we're here! It's so cool!" They found their seats in the upper section. The court looked small from up there, but Daniel did not care. He was smiling. Marcus bought Daniel popcorn and a soda. They watched the game together. Daniel cheered loudly. Marcus cheered too. During halftime, Daniel turned to Marcus. His face was serious. "Marcus, can I ask you something?" "Of course," Marcus said. Daniel looked down at his popcorn. "Can I call you Dad instead of Marcus?" Marcus felt his throat tighten, his eyes filled with tears. "Yes, you can." "Okay," Daniel said. Then he smiled. "Thanks, Dad." Marcus could not speak. He pulled Daniel into a hug. Daniel hugged him back. When Marcus finally let go, he wiped his eyes. "Thank you, Daniel. That means everything to me." They watched the rest of the game, but Marcus barely saw it. All he could think about was one word: Dad. Daniel called him Dad. Marcus had spent 7 months trying to earn that title, and Daniel gave it to him. When they drove home, Daniel fell asleep in the passenger seat. Marcus drove carefully through the snowy streets. He kept glancing at Daniel's peaceful face. When they arrived at Sarah's townhouse, Marcus gently woke Daniel. They rode the elevator up to the 12th floor. Sarah opened the door immediately. "Did you have fun?" Sarah asked Daniel. "It was awesome," Daniel said. "The Bulls won, and I called Marcus Dad." Sarah looked at Marcus. Her expression was complicated. Surprise, concern, maybe something close to respect. "You called him Dad?" Sarah asked Daniel. "Yeah," Daniel said. "Is that okay?" Sarah knelt down and hugged Daniel. "Yes, baby, that's okay, if that's what you want." Daniel ran inside to tell Emma and Olivia about the game. Sarah and Marcus stood in the hallway alone. "He called you Dad," Sarah said. "I didn't ask him to," Marcus said quickly. "He asked if he could." "I know," Sarah said. She looked tired. Emma and Olivia heard him. "They're going to have questions." "I understand," Marcus said. Sarah looked at Marcus for a long moment. "You're earning it, slowly, with Daniel at least." "What about Emma and Olivia?" Marcus asked. "Emma will probably follow Daniel's lead," Sarah said. Olivia will take longer, maybe years, maybe forever." "I can wait," Marcus said. "Good," Sarah said, "because you don't have a choice." Marcus drove home that night thinking about one word: Dad. For the first time in 7 months, Marcus felt something close to hope. Marcus woke up the next morning thinking about that word: Dad. Daniel called him Dad. After 7 months of visits, Daniel gave him that title. But Marcus knew he still had work to do. Emma was kind but cautious. Olivia was distant and cold. One child calling him Dad was progress, but it was only the beginning. The weeks continued. Christmas came and went. Marcus spent Christmas alone in his apartment. Sarah did not invite him to spend the holiday with the children. Marcus understood. He had not earned that yet. He sent gifts to the children: a book series for Emma, a professional art set for Olivia, a basketball signed by a Bulls player for Daniel. Sarah sent him a text message saying the children received the gifts and said thank you. January arrived. Chicago was covered in snow. The new year began, 2020. Marcus continued therapy every Tuesday and Thursday. Dr. Hendricks told him he was making real progress. He was learning to put the children's needs first. He was learning patience. He was learning that some things cannot be rushed. At work, Angela Hayes gave Marcus more responsibility. He was no longer in the cubicle. She moved him to a small office on the 3rd floor. It was not his old vice president office, but it was progress. He managed small projects now. He had 2 junior employees reporting to him. He earned a small raise, not much, but enough to save a little money each month. His former colleagues started speaking to him again, not as friends, but as co-workers. They said hello in the hallways. They included him in work meetings. Marcus was no longer the scandal. He was just another employee working hard. On a cold Saturday in late January, Marcus arrived at Sarah's townhouse for his regular visit. Emma ran to him and hugged him immediately. "Hi, Marcus," Emma said. Daniel walked over and gave Marcus a high five. "Hey, Dad." Marcus smiled every time Daniel called him that. Olivia sat on the couch reading. She looked up and gave Marcus a small nod. It was not much, but it was more than she used to do. Sarah walked over looking stressed. She held her phone and her laptop bag. "Marcus, something happened," Sarah said. "I have a work emergency. I need to fly to Seattle tonight. I'll be gone for 3 days." "Is everything okay?" Marcus asked. "One of our major clients is threatening to end their contract," Sarah said. "I need to go there and fix it in person." "I understand," Marcus said. Sarah looked at Marcus carefully. "I need to ask you something. Can you take the children for the entire weekend? They would stay at your apartment. I don't have anyone else I can ask." Marcus felt his heart beat faster. The entire weekend, 3 days, at his apartment. No supervision. "Yes," Marcus said immediately. "I can do that." Sarah studied his face. "My sister is out of town. My neighbor is visiting family. You're the only option. Are you sure you can handle 3 children for 3 days?" "I'm sure," Marcus said. "If anything happens to them," Sarah started. "Nothing will happen," Marcus said. "I promise." Sarah looked at the triplets. "Emma, Daniel, Olivia, come here." The 3 children walked over. "I need to go to Seattle for work," Sarah said. "You're going to stay with Marcus for 3 days. Is that okay?" Emma nodded immediately. "Okay," Daniel said. "Cool. Can we play basketball?" Olivia looked uncertain. 3 days? "Yes, baby," Sarah said. "I'll be back Monday evening. You'll be safe with Marcus." Olivia looked at Marcus. "Do we have to?" Sarah knelt down and put her hands on Olivia's shoulders. "I need you to be brave, okay? Marcus will take care of you." Olivia did not look happy, but she nodded. Sarah gave Marcus detailed instructions, the children's routines, their favorite foods, their bedtimes, emergency numbers. She wrote everything down on paper. "Call me if anything goes wrong," Sarah said. "Anything at all." "I will," Marcus promised. Sarah hugged each child. She held Olivia a little longer. Then she left for the airport. Marcus looked at the 3 children standing in front of him. They had small backpacks with clothes and toothbrushes. "Ready to go?" Marcus asked. "Yes," Emma and Daniel said together. Olivia said nothing. They drove to Marcus's apartment in Pilsen. The children had never been there before. When they walked inside, Emma looked around. "It's small," Emma said. "Yes," Marcus said. "I only have 1 bedroom. You 3 will sleep in there. I'll sleep on the couch." "Where's your TV?" Daniel asked. "In the living room," Marcus said. "It's small, but it works." Olivia walked through the apartment slowly. She looked at everything. The plain walls, the discount furniture, the tiny kitchen. "Why do you live here?" Olivia asked. "This place is really small." "Because this is what I can afford now," Marcus said honestly. "But you used to be a vice president," Olivia said. "Mom told us." "That's true," Marcus said, "but I lost that position. I make much less money now. Most of my money goes to child support for you and your siblings." "Oh," Olivia said quietly. Marcus made dinner. Spaghetti with tomato sauce. It was simple, but the children ate it. After dinner, they watched a movie together, an animated film about a family of superheroes. Emma and Daniel sat on the couch with Marcus. Olivia sat in the chair by herself. At 9 o'clock, Marcus told the children it was bedtime. He helped them brush their teeth. He gave them his bedroom. The bed was big enough for all 3. Emma and Daniel climbed into bed. Olivia stood by the door. "Can you leave the light on?" Olivia asked quietly. "Of course," Marcus said. He left the bathroom light on, and the door cracked open. A little light came into the bedroom. "Good night," Marcus said. "Good night, Dad," Daniel said. "Good night, Marcus," Emma said. Olivia said nothing. Marcus closed the bedroom door most of the way. He went to the living room and lay down on the couch. It was not comfortable, but Marcus did not care. The children were here, in his apartment. He was taking care of them. Marcus fell asleep around 11 o'clock. He woke to a loud sound. Thunder. Marcus sat up. Heavy rain pounded against the windows. Wind howled outside. Then everything went dark. The power went out. Marcus heard a gasp from the bedroom, then crying. Marcus grabbed his phone and turned on the flashlight. He rushed to the bedroom and opened the door. Emma and Daniel were sitting up in bed, looking scared. Olivia was crying. "It's okay," Marcus said quickly. "It's just a storm. The power will come back." "I don't like the dark," Olivia said through the tears. Marcus sat on the edge of the bed. He pointed his phone flashlight at the ceiling so it lit up the room softly. "The power will come back soon," Marcus said. "You're safe." "What if it doesn't come back?" Olivia asked. She was still crying. Marcus thought quickly. "How about I tell you a story while we wait?" "What kind of story?" Emma asked. "A story about when I was young," Marcus said. "When I was about your age." Marcus started talking. He told them about the time he got lost in a corn maze when he was 10 years old. His parents took him and his brother Kevin to a farm in Naperville. Marcus thought he knew the way out, but he took a wrong turn. He was lost for almost an hour. He was scared, but he kept walking. Eventually, he found the exit. His mother was waiting there very worried. Emma and Daniel laughed at the story. Olivia stopped crying. She listened quietly. "Tell another one," Daniel said. Marcus told another story. The time his brother Kevin accidentally locked them both in a shed. They were playing hide and seek. Kevin hid in the shed, and Marcus found him. But when they tried to get out, the door was stuck. They were trapped for 2 hours. Their mother finally heard them yelling and let them out. The children laughed. Even Olivia smiled a little. Marcus told a third story, the time he tried to build a tree house with his father. Marcus was 9 years old. He helped his father carry wood up the tree. But Marcus dropped a piece of wood. It fell and broke. Marcus thought his father would be angry, but his father just laughed and said they would cut another piece. They finished the tree house together. "Did you play in the tree house a lot?" Emma asked. "Every day that summer," Marcus said. "The power came back on. The lights turned on. The bedroom was bright again." "See?" Marcus said. "Everything is okay?" Emma yawned. Daniel rubbed his eyes. "Can you stay here until we fall asleep?" Olivia asked. Marcus looked at her with surprise. Olivia had never asked him for anything before. "Of course," Marcus said. He sat in the chair by the window. He turned off the overhead light but left the bathroom light on. The children lay back down in bed. "Good night," Marcus said softly. "Good night, Dad," Daniel said. "Good night, Marcus," Emma said. "Good night," Olivia whispered. Marcus sat in the chair until all 3 children fell asleep. Then he quietly left the room and went back to the couch. Marcus could not sleep. He kept thinking about Olivia. She asked him to stay. She let him comfort her. It was small, but it meant something. The next morning, Marcus woke early. He made breakfast, scrambled eggs and toast. The children came out of the bedroom looking sleepy. They ate breakfast at the small kitchen table. Daniel talked about the storm. Emma talked about the stories Marcus told. Olivia ate quietly. After breakfast, Emma asked Marcus to read to her. Marcus found a book in Emma's backpack. They sat on the couch together. Emma leaned against Marcus while he read. Daniel asked Marcus to play cards. They played Go Fish for an hour. Daniel won most of the games. Olivia sat by the window with her sketchbook. She drew quietly. At lunch, Olivia spoke to Marcus. "Marcus, can I ask you something?" "Of course," Marcus said. "When you were a kid, did you have pets?" "Yes," Marcus said. "I had a dog named Buddy. He was a golden retriever." "What happened to him?" Olivia asked. "He lived until I was 16, Marcus said. Then he got sick. We had to say goodbye. I was very sad." "Oh," Olivia said. "I want a dog, but Mom says our townhouse is too small." "Maybe when you're older," Marcus said. "Maybe," Olivia said. They continued talking. Olivia asked Marcus about his childhood, his school, his friends, small questions, but she was talking to him, really talking to him. Sunday passed. Marcus took the children to a nearby park, even though it was cold. They played on the swings and slides. They came back to the apartment and watched more movies. They ate dinner together. They went to bed on time. Monday evening, Sarah arrived to pick up the children. She knocked on Marcus's apartment door at 6 o'clock. Marcus opened it. Sarah looked tired from traveling. "How were they?" Sarah asked immediately. "They were great," Marcus said. "No problems." The children ran to Sarah. "Mom!" Sarah hugged all three of them. "I missed you so much." "Were you good for Marcus?" "Yes," Emma said. "Marcus read to me, and we watched movies, and there was a big storm, and the power went out. But Marcus told us stories." Sarah looked at Marcus with concern. "The power went out?" "Just for 30 minutes, Marcus said. "Everything was fine. I kept them safe." Sarah knelt down and looked at the children. "Did Marcus take good care of you?" "Yes," Emma said. "Yeah, he was cool," Daniel said. "He told us about when he was a kid," Olivia said quietly, "and he stayed in the room until we fell asleep." Sarah looked at Olivia with surprise. Then she looked at Marcus. "Thank you," Sarah said. "I know this was a big test." "It wasn't a test," Marcus said. "It was my responsibility." Sarah started gathering the children's backpacks. "Say goodbye to Marcus." Emma hugged Marcus. "Bye, Marcus." Daniel gave Marcus a high five. "See you next weekend, Dad." Olivia stood by the door. She looked at Marcus. Then she walked over and hugged him quickly. It was fast. But it was real. Marcus froze. He did not expect it. Then he carefully hugged Olivia back. "Goodbye, Marcus," Olivia whispered. Then she let go and ran to Sarah. Sarah's eyes were wide. She looked at Marcus. She looked at Olivia. She did not say anything. She just nodded. They left. Marcus closed the door. He stood in his empty apartment. Then he started crying. Olivia hugged him. After 8 months, Olivia finally hugged him. Marcus sat on his couch and let himself cry. Not sad tears, something else. Relief, hope, progress. His phone rang. It was Dr. Hendricks. "Hello?" Marcus answered. His voice was shaky. "Marcus, Sarah called me," Dr. Hendricks said. "She told me about this weekend. She told me Olivia hugged you." "She did," Marcus said. "How do you feel?" Dr. Hendricks asked. "Like maybe I'm finally doing something right," Marcus said. "You are," Dr. Hendricks said. "You kept the children safe. You comforted them during the storm. You gave Olivia space, but stayed present. That's good fathering." Marcus wiped his eyes. "Thank you." "But Marcus," Dr. Hendricks said. Her voice became serious. "Now comes the hardest part." "What do you mean?" Marcus asked. "Maintaining the trust you've built," Dr. Hendricks said. "You earned a hug from Olivia, but one hug does not mean everything is fixed. You have to keep showing up, keep being consistent, keep putting their needs first, every single day. Can you do that?" "Yes," Marcus said. "I can." "Good," Dr. Hendricks said. "Because if you fail now, after they've started to trust you, the damage will be worse than before." Marcus understood. The children were opening their hearts to him. He could not let them down. "I won't fail them," Marcus said. "I promise." "I believe you," Dr. Hendricks said, "but believing is easy. Doing is hard. Remember that." They talked for a few more minutes. Then Marcus hung up. He sat in his quiet apartment. The place felt emptier now that the children were gone. Marcus looked around at the plain walls, the discount furniture, the small space. This was his life now, small, simple, humble. But it was all so real. For the first time in years, Marcus was living authentically. He was not pretending to be someone he was not. He was not using power to get what he wanted. He was just showing up and doing his best. Olivia hugged him. That one moment made everything worth it. The weeks after that hug changed something. Olivia was still cautious with Marcus, but she talked to him more during visits. She answered his questions with full sentences instead of one word. She showed him her drawings sometimes. She did not call him Dad yet, but she stopped looking away when he entered the room. February passed, then March, then April. Spring came to Chicago. The snow melted. Trees started blooming. Marcus continued his routine. Work, therapy, visits every other weekend. In May, Marcus made his final retroactive child support payment. 7 years of debt. $168,000. Paid in full. Marcus looked at his bank statement. He had saved $3,000. It was not much, but it was more than he had a year ago. At work, Marcus was now a project manager. He had a small office with a door and a window. He managed 5 employees. Angela Hayes was still his supervisor, but she treated him with professional respect. Marcus would never be vice president again, but he was reliable. He was consistent. That was enough. One Saturday in late May, Marcus arrived for his regular visit. Emma ran to him and hugged him immediately. "Hi, Dad," Emma said. Marcus froze. "Dad." Emma called him Dad. "You called me Dad," Marcus said. "Is that okay?" Emma asked. "Daniel calls you Dad. I want to call you Dad, too." Marcus felt tears in his eyes. He hugged Emma tightly. "Yes, that's okay. That's more than okay." Daniel walked over. "Hey, Dad, can we play basketball?" "Yes," Marcus said. He looked at Olivia sitting on the couch. She was watching him. "What about you, Olivia?" Marcus asked. "Do you want to come?" Olivia thought for a moment. "Okay." It was the first time Olivia agreed to join an activity with Marcus. They went to the basketball court 2 blocks away. Marcus and Daniel played while Emma and Olivia sat on a bench watching. After a while, Olivia asked if she could try. Marcus gave her the basketball. He showed her how to hold it, how to aim. Olivia threw the ball. It bounced off the rim. She tried again. This time it went in. Olivia smiled. It was small, but real. They played for an hour, all 4 of them. Marcus was terrible at basketball, but nobody cared. They were together. They were having fun. When they walked back to Sarah's townhouse, Olivia walked next to Marcus, not far behind like she usually did. Next to him. The visits continued. Marcus saw the children every other weekend, sometimes during the week for special events, school plays, art shows, basketball games. In June, Emma invited Marcus to her school field day. Marcus took time off work. He sat in the grass and watched Emma run races. She came in 3rd place in one race. Marcus cheered loudly. In July, Daniel had a basketball tournament. Marcus went to every game. Sarah was there too. They sat on opposite sides of the gym, but they both cheered for Daniel. The team did not win the tournament, but Daniel played well. Afterward, Daniel ran to Marcus and Sarah together. "Did you see me make that 3-pointer?" Daniel asked. "I saw it," Marcus said. "You were amazing." Sarah smiled at Daniel. "I'm very proud of you." Daniel looked happy. He had both parents there, together, not as a family, but present. In August, Olivia had an art exhibition at the library. Her paintings were displayed with other young artists. Marcus asked Sarah if he could attend. Sarah said yes. Marcus stood in front of Olivia's paintings. She had painted several pieces. One showed a sunset over water. Another showed a forest. The third showed a family. In the painting, there were 5 people: a woman, 2 girls, 1 boy, and a man. Marcus stared at the painting. 5 people: Sarah, Emma, Olivia, Daniel, and him. Marcus was in the painting now. Olivia walked over. "Do you like them?" "They're beautiful," Marcus said. His voice was thick with emotion. "You're incredibly talented." "That one is our family," Olivia said. She pointed at the painting with 5 people. "I see that," Marcus said. "I painted you smaller than everyone else," Olivia said, "because you weren't there before, but you're there now." Marcus knelt down to Olivia's level. "Thank you for including me." Olivia looked at him seriously. "You're not leaving again, right?" "Never," Marcus said. "I promise." "Okay," Olivia said. Then she walked away to talk to her teacher. Marcus stood up. Sarah was standing nearby. She had seen the whole conversation. "She painted you in the family," Sarah said quietly. "I know," Marcus said. "I never thought she would." "She's 7 years old," Sarah said. "She's learning to forgive. Children forgive easier than adults." "Do you?" Marcus asked. "Forgive me?" Sarah looked at Marcus for a long moment. "I don't know. Some days, I think maybe I can. Other days, I remember sleeping in my car, 8 months pregnant. I remember having no money for food. I remember crying every night for a year." "I'm so sorry," Marcus said. "I know you are," Sarah said. "But sorry doesn't erase what happened. It just acknowledges it." "What can I do?" Marcus asked. "Keep showing up," Sarah said. "Keep being consistent. Keep proving that you've changed. That's all you can do." Marcus nodded. September came. The triplets started 2nd grade. They were 7 years old now. Their birthday was coming up. September 23rd. Sarah planned a party at a park in Grant Park. She invited the children's friends from school. She invited her own friends who helped her raise the triplets. And she invited Marcus. "You can come to the party," Sarah said during a phone call. "But there will be people there who know what you did. They helped me when I had nothing. They may not be friendly to you." "I understand," Marcus said. "I'll be there." On September 23rd, Marcus woke early. He had bought 3 gifts. He chose them carefully. For Emma, a complete book series she wanted. For Olivia, a professional art set with oil paints and canvases. For Daniel, a basketball signed by 3 Chicago Bulls players. Marcus drove to Grant Park. The party area was near the lakefront. There were tables set up with decorations. A birthday cake sat on the main table. Balloons were tied to chairs. The triplets ran around playing with their friends. Other children from their school, about 20 kids total. Several adults stood in a group talking. These were Sarah's friends. They looked at Marcus when he arrived. Their faces were not welcoming. Marcus walked over to Sarah. "Where should I put the gifts?" "On that table," Sarah said. She pointed to a table near the cake. Marcus placed the 3 wrapped gifts on the table. Then he stood awkwardly by himself. He did not know anyone except Sarah and the children. A woman with red hair approached Marcus. "You're Marcus Thompson." "Yes," Marcus said. "I'm Lisa Rodriguez," the woman said. "I helped Sarah when she first moved to Seattle. I watched the triplets while she worked 3 jobs." "Thank you for helping her," Marcus said. "I didn't do it for you," Lisa said coldly. "I did it because Sarah and those kids deserved better than what you gave them." Marcus said nothing. She was right. Another woman walked over. She was older with gray hair. I'm Patricia Chen. Sarah lived with me for 6 months when she had no place to go. Thank you for taking care of them, Marcus said. You should have taken care of them, Patricia said. You created those children. Sarah did everything alone. I know, Marcus said. You're right. The two women walked away. Marcus stood alone, feeling the weight of their judgment. Emma ran over. Dad, come play tag with us. Okay, Marcus said. He played tag with the children for 30 minutes. He was slow, but he tried. The kids laughed when they tagged him. After games, Sarah brought out the birthday cake. Everyone sang Happy Birthday. The triplets blew out 7 candles together. Then it was time for gifts. The children opened presents from their friends. They opened presents from Sarah's friends. Finally, they opened Marcus's gifts. Emma opened the book series, and her eyes lit up. Thank you, Dad. I wanted these so much. She ran over and hugged Marcus tightly. Daniel opened the signed basketball and shouted with excitement. This is the best gift ever. Thank you, Dad. He gave Marcus a high five. Olivia opened the art set. She looked at all the supplies carefully. The oil paints, the brushes, the canvases. She looked up at Marcus. This is a really good art set, Olivia said quietly. You are a really good artist, Marcus said. You deserve good supplies. Thank you, Olivia said. Then she paused. Thank you, Dad. Marcus felt his breath catch. Dad. Olivia called him Dad. You called me Dad, Marcus said softly. Is that okay? Olivia asked. Yes, Marcus said. His voice broke. Yes, that's okay. Olivia walked over and hugged him. It was longer than the first hug, more certain. When she let go, Marcus wiped his eyes. Sarah was watching from across the party area. Her face showed complicated emotions, sadness, acceptance, maybe something close to peace. As the party continued, Marcus approached Sarah and her friends. They were standing in a group talking. Excuse me, Marcus said. Can I say something to everyone? Sarah looked surprised. What is it? I want to say something to all of you, Marcus said. Sarah called for attention. Everyone, Marcus wants to speak. The adults stopped talking. The children continued playing. Marcus stood in front of Sarah, her friends, and a few parents he did not know. My name is Marcus Thompson, he began. 7 years ago, I did something terrible. I had an affair with Sarah Mitchell. When she told me she was pregnant, I panicked. I used my position to have her fired. I refused to help her. I abandoned her and 3 children before they were born. People stared at him. No one spoke. Sarah was 8 months pregnant with triplets, and I destroyed her career to protect my own reputation. Marcus continued. She slept in her car. She worked 3 jobs. She raised 3 babies alone. While she struggled, I became vice president. I had everything I wanted. I pretended she and the children did not exist. Marcus's voice was steady, but his hands shook. Many of you helped Sarah when I refused to, Marcus said. He looked at Lisa and Patricia. You gave her a place to live. You watched her children. You helped her survive. Thank you. You did what I should have done. Marcus turned to look at Emma, Olivia, and Daniel playing with their friends. I cannot undo the past, Marcus said. I cannot give Sarah back those 7 years. I cannot give my children back the father they should have had. All I can do is promise to spend the rest of my life trying to be the father they deserve. I will show up. I will be consistent. I will put their needs first. Always. Marcus looked at Sarah. I know you may never forgive me. What I did is unforgivable. But I respect that you gave me a chance to try. Thank you. The group was silent. No one clapped. No one said anything. They just watched Marcus. Sarah walked over to him. She looked at him carefully. I don't forgive you. she said clearly. "I may never forgive you. What you did caused damage that will always be there." Marcus nodded. "I understand." "But," Sarah continued, "I respect that you didn't run away. I respect that you accepted the consequences. I respect that you're trying to be a real father. That's all I can ask from you." "That's all I can give," Marcus said. Sarah nodded once. Then she walked back to her friends. The party continued. Marcus helped clean up afterward. He folded chairs. He threw away trash. He helped carry supplies to Sarah's car. When everything was cleaned up, the children ran over to Marcus. "Can we come to your apartment next weekend?" Emma asked. Marcus looked at Sarah. "That's up to your mom." "You can stay overnight on Saturday," Sarah said. "I'll pick you up Sunday evening." "Thank you," Marcus said. The children said goodbye. They got in Sarah's car. As they drove away, all three waved at Marcus through the window. Marcus drove home to his small apartment in Pilsen. He made dinner. He ate alone. He sat on his couch. His phone buzzed. A text message from an unknown number. He opened it. "Hi, Dad. This is Emma. Mom let me use her phone. Thank you for my books. I love you." Marcus stared at the message. "I love you." Emma said she loved him. Marcus typed a response with shaking hands. "I love you too, Emma, more than anything." He sent the message. Then another text came, this time from Daniel's contact in Sarah's phone. "Thanks for the basketball, Dad. You're the best." Then a third message, from Olivia. "The art set is really good. Thank you, Dad." Marcus read all three messages over and over. His children. They called him Dad. They thanked him. Emma said she loved him. Marcus thought about the past 14 months. He lost his marriage. He lost his position. He lost his house and most of his money. He lost his reputation. But he gained something more important. 3 children who were slowly learning to trust him, who were slowly letting him into their lives, who were slowly calling him Dad. It was not perfect. The damage was still there. Sarah did not forgive him. Some of her friends would always hate him. The past could not be erased. But Marcus showed up. Every visit, every payment, every promise. He kept showing up. That was what a father did. Marcus looked around his small apartment. The plain walls, the discount furniture, the simple life. This was enough. This was everything. His phone buzzed one more time. A text from Sarah. "The children talked about you all the way home. They're happy. Don't let them down." Marcus typed a response. "I won't, I promise." He meant it. He would keep showing up for the rest of his life. Not because he had to, because he wanted to. Because they were his children. Because being their father was the most important thing he would ever do. Marcus had learned the hardest lessons. Power is temporary. Consequences are permanent. Responsibility cannot be avoided forever. But he also learned something else. It is never too late to change. It is never too late to take responsibility. It is never too late to try to be better. The road ahead would be long, years of proving himself, years of earning trust, years of being present even when it was hard. But Marcus would walk that road every single day, one step at a time. He had 3 children who called him Dad now, and that was worth everything he lost and everything he would ever give. Marcus turned off his phone and closed his eyes. Tomorrow he would wake up and do it all again. Work. Therapy. Being a father. It was the smallest life he ever lived, but it was also the most real, the most honest, the most meaningful. And for the first time in his entire life, Marcus Thompson was exactly where he was supposed to be. If you enjoyed today's video, I'm sure you'll love the next one. Don't waste time. Just click on the screen